Chinese military strategist Zheng Ziyao, in his work, The Six Secret Teachings, describe what is today known as special forces as recruiting of talented and motivated men into specialized elite units of militaries. Like the United States Navy SEAL and United Kingdom's Royal Navy Special Boat Service, Nigerian Navy Special Boat Service (SBS) is a special force of the service which operates at sea, in the air, and on land. Nigerian Navy today will focus on this elite unit of the Nigerian Navy and the effort of the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awazuberu Gambo, at further positioning it in confronting contemporary unconventional security challenges. Welcome to the Nigerian Navy today. I am Jibrin Baba Ndachi. Please stay with us.
As part of activities to mark the 2023 Armed Forces Remembrance Day, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awazuberu Gambo, joined other service chiefs, the Inspector General of Police, the President of the Senate, and top government officials for a Jumat prayer at the National Mosque, Abuja, on Friday, 6 January 2023. Earlier, on Thursday, 5th January 2023, Vice Admiral Awazuberu Gambo played host to the Minister of State Petroleum Resources, Timi Pre-Silva, the Group Managing Director, NNPC Limited, Mele Kyari, and the Chief of Defense Staff, General Loki Rabo, during a visit to the Nigerian Navy ship NNS Pathfinder in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. A similar visit was made to the Nigerian Air Force Base, Port Harcourt, same day. In company of the Chief of the Naval Staff was the Commander Operation Delta Safe, Rear Admiral A. Hassan, and other senior naval officers. From the Air Force Base, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, the dignitaries proceeded on a visit to troops of Operation Delta Safe Sector 1, Warri, Delta State, on same day. And on a sad note, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awazuberu Gambo, earlier on Wednesday, January 4th, 2023, paid a condolence visit to the former Chief of Defense Staff, Admiral O.S. Ibrahim, retired, over the demise of his son. Vice Admiral A.Z. Gambo joined other well-wishers for the 8-day fiddle at the residence of the former Chief of Defense Staff in Abuja. Necessity, they say, is the mother of inventions. And as the saying goes, when the need for something becomes essential, you are forced to find ways of getting or achieving it. The Nigerian Navy, like most navies across the globe, continually seeks best ways of safeguarding its territorial waters, assets, and other mandates as spelled out by the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. It is on this premise that the Nigerian Navy established a Special Operations Unit referred to as the Special Boat Service (SBS) in 2006. The Special Boat Service can trace its origins back to the Second World War, when the Army's Special Boat Section was formed in 1940. The creation of the special unit within the Nigerian Navy became necessary following the incessant attacks on federal government oil and gas facilities oil theft, and other criminality in and around the maritime environment. The roles of the Nigerian Navy Special Boat Services are predominantly focused on, not but restricted to, littoral and riverine operations, including reconnaissance and surveillance, covert beach reconnaissance, or hydrographic survey in advance of an amphibious assault, recovery and protection of ships and oil installations subject to hostile state or non-state action, maritime counterterrorism, and offensive action. The Nigerian Navy Special Boat Service is headed by Captain Olayinka Ayodele Aliu. In a chat with the Nigerian Navy Today crew, Captain Aliu gave an insight into the core mandate of his unit.
The Special Boat Service is the special operations outfit of the Nigerian Navy. It was created in 2006. It was actually brought about based on the crisis in the Niger Delta and the need for the Navy to have a specialized team to go beyond the conventional means of riverine operation into the special operations. And the first set, which happened to be one of them, were trained by the United States Navy SEALs, and inserted into the Niger Delta crisis until the embrace of amnesty in late 2009. And since then, we have remained in the Niger Delta in support of Operation Delta Sea.
Special operations units anywhere in the world entails often very rigorous, unconventional and classified enlistment processes and trainings, and the Nigerian Navy Special Boat Service is not an exception.
The main focus, the ab initio, it was meant to address the challenges from the maritime domain, that's the SBS. But based on our performance during the Niger Delta crisis, there was the need, or there was this, let me say, the national recognition was given to the SBS based on our performance. And at the outset of terrorism in the Northeast in 2011, once again the SBS was called upon, thereby increasing our mandate to include counter-terrorism and counter-insurgency. And our training objective was now tailored to carrying out military operations, special operations in both maritime domain as well as in other spectrum of warfare. So right now, anywhere operations, special operations on land, at sea, in the maritime domain, even in the space.
The Nigerian Navy Special Boat Service is the equivalent of the United States Navy SEAL. There is the possibility that in the nearest future, the Nigerian Navy Special Boat Service will take advantage of the emerging technologies to develop the aspect of digital warfare.
Our focus is to develop enablers to be able to carry out operations within the sphere of the fourth generation warfare. So you are going to have people seated in a particular operations room operating drones and be able to, just like what the US do, without putting boots on the ground. Those are also aspects of special operations. It involves intelligence gathering, IT, a lot of digital warfare. And we are looking at developing this aspect in the near future as our scope expands.
The benefits of having Special Operations Unit to the Navy and country at large cannot be overemphasized.
SEALs for sea, air, and land, operating anywhere across the spectrum of warfare, at sea, the riverine domain, or on land, or behind the enemy lines. And when you go by from the definition of special operations, it means that a special force team should be able to conduct military operations, unconventional operations in hostile, denied, or politically sensitive environment using specialized tools and equipment to be able to attain operational or strategic military objectives. So these are the uses of special operations forces. They are the beck and call of strategic leadership of the military. And one must be careful in calling them off for military operations. And most and generally, our operation entails a lot of innovation and improvisation. So, and being that as it may, the mission will determine what level of improvisation and the insertion you have to carry out.
To this end, the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, as part of his strategic vision and mission for the Nigerian Navy, with emphasis on adequate trainings, approved the training of 50 SBS personnel in Poland at the European Security Academy, Poland. The foreign training was part of mapped-out strategic training exercises for the unit to keep them ahead of the ever-evolving security demands. Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo ensured that beyond approval and funding of the training, he made sure his personnel were motivated. During a visit to the academy, the Chief of the Naval Staff demonstrated a rare trait of a true leader, leading by example. And Captain Olayinka Oyodele Aliu describes the feelings when he saw his boss landing from the skydive.
The CNS visit coincides with the jump week, where the operatives are supposed to carry out special jumps from several thousands of feet above. In the military, it's called the high altitude low opening, where you jump very high and as far as 15 to 20,000 feet above mean sea level. And in opening the week, the Chief of Naval Staff decided to make a jump. And the implication of that is quite resounding, because in the special operations community, leadership is not just giving orders, it's not just passive directive. Somehow you have to show the men that you're not just sending them to do dangerous things, you are also with them and you can also do it. So just that willingness to demonstrate that, look, I am not sending you, I'll give you all it takes, and I need to test at least, even if it's a quarter of what you're going to go through, then I'll do it with you.
The action of the Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Awa Zubairu Gambo, he says, meant a lot to the personnel on training.
He inspected the training facilities at Poland and decided to take a jump, and which was loud. It was welcoming, it motivated the men, and it went viral beyond even what we thought. And I think it's a good thing, and it's worth emulating.
Experience, boldness, and courage of the Chief of the Naval Staff during the skydive exercise earned him the prestigious skydive badge.
For every jump, there's always a certificate. And if someone jumps as high for the very first time, at the skydive school, I think the training is supposed to be a week training before you take a jump. But the CNS had, because of his experience and his boldness and courage, it took less than 10 minutes brief and he was ready to go. And not just going to 2,000 to take a test job, but he went as high as 4,000, which was amazing, and he did it fantastically well. And the skydive school had no option for his age and personality, had to award him with a skydive badge as an honorary member of this skydiving club. Ab initio, some of them were already having phobia. There are people that height, they have phobia for height. Not every special operator is air qualified. It's a mode of insertion for special forces. You can either be a diver, inserting through underwater, or you insert by air, or you insert by helicopter rappelling. So everyone is rappel qualified, but jumping from as high as 15,000-20,000 feet takes someone that is comfortable with heights. So ab initio, some were already hesitating that they might not jump, but seeing the CNS jumping, and everyone had no choice.
The Nigerian Navy Special Boat Service, since its inception, has trained hundreds of naval personnel within and outside the shores of Nigeria in reconnaissance and surveillance, covert beach reconnaissance, in advance of an amphibious assault, recovery and protection of ships and oil installations, as well as counter-terrorism and other operations as exigencies may demand. The Nigerian Navy, in its continuous onslaught against economic saboteurs in the ongoing Operation Dakata de Barao, made more gains between the 28th December 2022 to 2nd January 2023. A breakdown showed that within just 6 days, a total of 10 illegal refining sites, 40 metal storage tanks, 2 wooden boats, 19 dugout pits and 20 ovens were confiscated and destroyed. Similarly, between December 19 to 27th, 11 illegal refining sites, 71 metal storage tanks, 7 wooden boats, 11 dugout pits, 41 ovens and 2 pumping machines were destroyed. Analyses from the Joint Operations Area of the Central Naval Command showed that Forward Operation Base FOB Escravos, Nigerian Navy ship NNS Soro, NNS Pathfinder, NNS Delta, and FOB Bonny recorded huge successes in the fight against crude oil theft. A total of 691.82 barrels, 2,462.27 barrels, and 4,211.02 barrels of crude oil were denied oil thieves as at 12th to 18th December 2022, 19th to 27th December 2022, and between 28th December 2022 to 2nd January 2023, respectively. Furthermore, a comparative summary of petroleum products denied oil thieves showed a 41.5% increase of crude oil and 84.9% increase in illegally refined AGO. A comparative analysis of illegally refining sites destroyed in the fourth quarters of 2021 and 2022, within which fourth quarter of 2021 had 68 illegally refining sites destroyed, and fourth quarter of 2022 had 66 illegally refining sites destroyed. Petroleum products recovered in the fourth quarter of 2021 and 2022 during an anti-crude oil theft illegal oil bunkering operations showed that 71,442.42 and 38,077.36 barrels of crude oil was recovered in the fourth quarter of 2021 and 2022 respectively. Again, 9,894,389 liters and 1,760,060 liters of AGO, 398,500 liters and 18,200 liters of DKP were recovered respectively in the fourth quarter of 2021 and 2022. Also, analyses on pirate and sea robbery for fourth quarter of 2021 and 2022 revealed that while only 2 incidences were recorded in the Gulf of Guinea, only 1 was recorded on Nigerian waters in fourth quarter of 2021, and interestingly, only 2 incidences were recorded in the Gulf of Guinea, and absolutely none was recorded on Nigerian waters in the fourth quarter of 2022. However, 1 incident each of sea robbery was reported for the fourth quarter of 2021 and 2022. Anti-smuggling operations in the fourth quarter of 2022 made it very tough for some smugglers of foreign parboiled rice while also counting their losses. Within the period, 1,209 bags of foreign parboiled rice were seized, with suspects arrested and handed over to the Nigerian customs. Records from the year 2022 showed that a total of 504 illegal refining sites were destroyed, as against 268 destroyed in 2021. In terms of monetary value of products denied criminals and economic saboteurs in the year 2022, 44,829,076,748.3 naira worth of crude oil, 32,508,951,880 naira worth of AGO, 2,038,932,000 naira worth of DKP, and 27,026,545 naira worth of PMS were denied criminals, bringing the figure to a total sum of 79,393,981,163.3 naira worth of products denied economic saboteurs in the year 2022.
We say kudos to the Nigerian Navy Special Boat Service as they continue to operate with other special forces behind enemy lines at sea and ashore to ensure safe and secure Nigeria. Until next week, when we shall come your way again, I am Jibrin Baba Ndache. Onward together.